Indiana and Archie, they were fantastic tonight. We knew it was going to be a very difficult place to play. I've been in Assembly one other time during my basketball life, and it's one of the hardest places to play in the United States. And it's essential when you play in this building to get off to a great start, and we got off to opposite of a great start, and it kind of snowballed from there. They're a team that is at their best in transition. The primary ways they get in transition are turnovers and bad shots, and to start the game, I thought we had a majority of our offensive possessions that were either turnovers or bad shots. And so we gave them great life and great confidence to start the game. And we could never recover. We got it to 2 or 3 possessions. We got to 3-possession game twice in the first half. And when we did that, we didn't continue to do the things that got us to getting it back to a 3-possession game. We started taking bad shots, or we had careless turnovers. And against a team as good and as well coached as Indiana, that can't happen.
You mentioned the early turnovers. What do you kind of attribute that to? Was it just keyed up for this kind of game, or?
Yeah, I think trying to do too much and not letting the game come to you. And you know, they're a really good defensive team, and you're not going to score on them after one pass or after one ball screen. There needs to be multiple ball reversals. There needs to be multiple penetrations, whether that's on the dribble or the post feed. And then after that, something may open itself up. And I thought we were trying to score after no or one pass. And that's just a recipe for disaster against Indiana.
What they do with Marcus, they were kind of doubling that ball screen,
yeah,
coming right after him.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what people can do. I mean, they're going to come right after Marcus. I mean, he's a guy who's, you know, averaging 26 points a game. He comes off a ball screen, and they're gonna make it life really hard for him. And you know, sometimes though, when they put 2 guys on the ball, that means you have a 4-on-3 off the ball, and you got to be able to recognize those situations. In addition to that, we need other guys to step up.
Steve, what do you think of the Big East, Big Ten challenge the teams get together?
In general, or what?
I mean, do you like the fact that you're playing a top team so early in the season?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's great litmus test. I mean, obviously, it's one we failed miserably today. But you know, you get to play in places like Assembly Hall or all the really good places in the Big Ten, and the Big Ten gets to play in some of the top places in the Big East. 2 great conferences. It's great for early season basketball.
Coach, you know, a lot will be made about the scoring output from Romeo Langford tonight, but Evan Fitzner was also very good for Indiana. What do you think about him in terms of having that much skill for a 4-man, and just some of the things you saw from him tonight?
Yeah, well, he was terrific. I mean, 6 or 7, 16 points. You know, he can really shoot the ball. He spaces the floor. He gives them a different dimension. It makes it really hard to double team Juwan Morgan. And Juwan Morgan's a really hard guy to play one-on-one in the post. So he allows them to really space the floor very well. And if you don't have great attention to detail and urgency, he's going to make you pay, as he did tonight. He's a really good player. That was a great pickup for them.
Coach, are you concerned about the bigs at all? Theo and Ed struggled a little bit against their guys. What do you have to do to kind of get them?
We got to play better.
Yeah,
I mean, we need more production from that position. There's no question about that. And I believe they can play better. And we got to help them know what it means to play better. And they have to then do it on the floor.
Sam kind of carries you guys offensively in the first half. Is he a guy that you guys kind of lean on when things aren't going very well?
Yeah, I mean, Sam's just a darn good basketball player, and he's a great competitor. And you know, when the ship gets rocky, you want the ball in Sam's hands. And the 2 times in the first half, we were able to make a push. We were able to get in his hands, but Sam's not fully back to, you know, having his legs completely under him, so it's a lot to ask. We need other guys to step up. I mean, we need other guys to step up. You know, if you you look at their total, 5 guys in double figures, and that's what good teams do. And we got to figure out a way to get better balance and more involvement and better offensive execution, and then play better defense. But our defense was really hurt by our offense.
Steve, how much did Indiana's defense affect Howard's play?
Well, they did a great job with Marcus, and Marcus is obviously a really good player, and he was, a huge point of emphasis for them, obviously. So I think they impacted him a lot.
Oh, with Rob Fennessy spending some time on Marcus Howard tonight, were you surprised at how solid he is defensively for a freshman?
He's a really good pure point guard, and but again, you don't guard a kid like Marcus as one guy. I thought their big guys did a great job in ball screen coverage. Rob, and not to take anything away from him, but I thought their ball screen coverage was really good and forced Marcus into a crowd and made life tough for him.
Coach, your defensive breakdowns, you said part of it came from your offense, or a
Well,
lot of it.
initially it came from our offense. I mean, through the first 8 minutes of the game, they were 7 for 8 in transition, and that was a result of just live ball turnovers where there was nobody in between the guy who stole the ball and the basket. It's not going to be hard to have a good defensive field goal percentage there. And then in the second half, I thought we played real soft in the paint. And again, this is all my responsibility, and it's not on the players. It's my responsibility to get them to play better and tougher, and I have to do a better job of that.
We good?
When you have a game like this early in the season, how much of a learning experience is it, and what do you hope more than anything got learned?
Well, you would hope it would be a learning experience, and it would leave just an awful taste in your mouth that you would never want to have again. And so, and also, people have been saying, how good a team we have and all that kind of stuff. We're not a very good team right now. We're not a very good team right now. And that's the reality of it, and that was just exposed tonight. So we got to get a lot better.
Thank you.